This video isn't about drawing per se, it's just a quick look at this old-timey map that I found on the internet. And it may have been done by the famous cartoonist Winsor McCay, I'm really not sure. But it's really fascinating, and it's talking about the road to success, which is the name of the map. So I printed it out and we'll have a look at it. So this is kind of an overview, and it's got some really fascinating and even hilarious bits to it, but it's really prompting like food for thought about success, and it's got quite an interesting structure to it. So what I'm going to do is zoom in on parts of it and we'll examine it. We'll go up the road to success because you can see, like, generally there's this roadway that zigzags all the way up to the top where there's success, and it's at the top of the mountain. You could say this is Art Mountain. I talk about climbing Art Mountain, but it's about climbing anywhere to some kind of success. And this may have been emphasizing monetary success. I feel like it's hinting at that, but I think it's got good insights about any kind of success and the difficulties of climbing upwards. And like I said, it's got a good bit of sarcasm in here too. And you'll see that, first of all, in terms of general structure, in the middle there's the river of failure, and there's a bridge across it. We'll go into some of the sub-details, but there's all these kind of different side channels, and it's almost like a pinball machine. You know, you can go up, and you can also, there's roadways where you can slip back down. And really, as a piece of cartooning, I think it's fascinating. Whoever thought this up, if anybody out there knows where this came from or who did it, it would be fascinating. Now, I think this is probably done by Winsor McCay, but it looks like his handwriting. But again, who knows? And sorry if it's a bit wobbly. I'm not doing this with any technical sophistication, just handheld iPhone. Anyway, look, so let's go up the road to success and see where we get to. First of all, over here is a building in the corner, and it's called the Hotel Know-It-All. So what has it got? It's got people saying, "Nobody can tell me. I don't need to practice. I'm a born genius." Down here is the Always Right Club. I'm always right. And they're all hanging out. They're on deck chairs. I don't know if you can see that. They're, chatting. They're lounging at the very bottom of the roadway to success. They haven't even set out. And, they're sitting in a deck chair, probably having a drink. These guys are smoking. He's going, "I don't need system," which I think it probably means systematic practice, I'm guessing. Now, going back over to the beginning, we'll try and get through all of these because it's really just fascinating. There's all the marchers on the road of life, and they're going through the gates of opportunity here. And the map is pointing to the road to success. And they got their luggage, it looks like, or handbags. This guy's got a guitar case, it looks like. I mean, there's endless examinations. This is the best copy I could find, so it's a little bit low res. I printed it out, but I think you can probably still see what's going on here. So they've gone through the gates of opportunity, and they're eagerly marching onwards here. Now, first of all, there's things that will waylay them, the distract and detract. Well, they might become detractors, but they'll get distracted from success, and they'll go right away after they started through the gates of opportunity into bohemianism, which back then I guess they're regarding it as like kind of like hippies, they're just lounging around and they're having indulgence and going wild. So here they are at the tables, eat, drink, and be merry. It looks like dancing, carousing, but they're not going anywhere up this hill to the roadway to success. Then you got people here that probably came out of the garden of bohemianism, and they've got, looks like alcohol, they're drunken. They've fallen down the pit of illiteracy. And then it looks like there's a roundabout here of conceit that's flinging them off. I can't really tell, but it looks like it's probably supposed to be spinning, and it's like a merry-go-round, and they're flying off. And we'll get to the Wright System Railroad Station in a second, but over here there's the Mutual Admiration Society. So there's another thing that's going to stop you and keep you at the base of Success Mountain. And they're all telling each other, patting each other on the back, "Hey, you're the head of the age. You'll set the world on fire. You're a wonder, me boy," or "my boy." And then it's like, "Caruso can't touch you." Enrico Caruso back then was a very famous, opera singer. maybe, I didn't look it up, but around the turn of the century, like 1900 or something. I don't know, way back when now for our times. And on the roof of the Mutual Admiration Society, you'll see that there's tethered a hot air balloon. So they've gone up on the gases of their own hot air, and this guy's plummeting down to his doom because he's gone on the roof of the Mutual Admiration Society by these stairs, and he's obviously, these guys have unwinched him and launched him up on his own hot gases. Sorry, it's shaking. Okay, we're having fun here. Wright System Railroad Station. Now, I guess this means like orderly thought and progress. And you see there's a train and train tracks that will take you upwards steadily on this railway line. And we'll examine that too. But here, it looks like, what are these people doing? They're still running by. They haven't gotten on the train of Wright System. They've succumbed to vices. And where the heck does that go? Vices, like bad, virtues and vices, as the Bible would teach. They've fallen into, I don't know, sin, bad habits. Well, this one's bad habits. So it looks like it's got a fan. These guys are running right into bad habits. And I can't tell what that is, but it looks like a fan that's blowing them right into this. They're they're bypassing here and just ending right back at the beginning, bad habits, or they're going to oblivion. And the ones that went by, bad habits and vices, they got into bad reputation. There's like a trapdoor. And his bad reputation to see here is very intricate. And this looks like accusations from bad reputation. People are being accused. And see, even then, before the internet, there was people were thinking about all these things. It's the human condition. And I can't see what that says. Charlatanism, which is like fakery, pretend people. And here's do it tomorrow. These are webs that will trap you, bad human nature, aspects of human nature, jealousy, and do it tomorrow. And now this slide shoot is coming all the way back down to the beginning. We're kind of jumping ahead, but we'll get there in a minute. But here there's these webs that will trap people, and you can see there's little figures trapped in there by jealousy and do it tomorrow. Now the ones that have succeeded in bypassing these pitfalls, they end up going through these gates of system. I suppose some of them might be on this railroad where they earlier got on Wright System. So I'd love to interview the creator of this map and really figure out what the heck this all means. We can interpret, but it's very entertaining. System. And then misrepresentation. I don't know what that has to do with. They're falling into a tub of fire, it looks like, and being boiled. Not a fun experience. And now, as they go up, here are the people who, first of all, they go in a roundabout. I guess they get stuck in bad habits, and they're just going in an endless circle. Here is when people try and take shortcuts. They slide down this chute into the river of failure. And there's another one here, but I guess these are people who cross the river of failure, keep trying, and climb back up these stairs and get back on the road. Now, they are also on this train, but here we have people who go into this, it looks like a spring-loaded bumper thing that will knock them back out and down this hill into the river. And this is bad temper. And then we have, as they're going around this curve, these are like ramps that you'll slide down. Bad memory, shiftlessness, and carelessness. And then they plummet off this cliff into the river of failure and get swept. I guess there must be a current. They get swept down the river. Now, if you bypass all this and keep going, now you're really getting somewhere, it looks like, okay? You're getting into the tunnel of true knowledge. And you've gone through the mountain, which is called lack of preparation. So to get through this, looks like a dark tunnel, and out here where there's more light, you have to go through this dark tunnel. So there are obstacles on the way. These are people who are trying to avoid true knowledge, and they're going up this little staircase, but they end up on this cliff of lack of preparation, And they have to very arduously, it looks like, go down this ladder to get back to the roadway, and some of them tumble off the cliff. And then now we're getting further up, and I don't know what this guy is down here. He's just a cartoon thing, but there's a spring-loaded trapdoor that will waylay the unwary as they go over it. It's called sprees, and I guess that's like it's like an old-timer word, but we don't use words like this. I mean, the English language has been vastly unenriched. That's not a word. Sprees like drinking spree, you know, spending spree, anything that will, you know, destroy your pathway, and going on any kind of spree like that. So indulging yourself. So that'll spring load you just nowhere. You're probably off into the wilderness here. And it looks like actually a guy's got a lever here. Maybe he's the one who operates this spring-loaded trapdoor thing. Then there's all these people who they've gotten this far, but they go into these tables here and they sit down, laziness. They're having a good old rest. Next trap is bad business methods. And again, I can't really see, but yeah, those look like those bear traps that like you'd get hunters would use in the old days in the woods, or like fur trappers and things like that. They snap closed, and it looks like it's snap closed on people. Bad business methods. And here we have two gateways. We have weak morals and the gate of ideals, and this is like the sands of time on top. So it's like a timer, and I don't know why the gateway of ideals is at the top. Maybe if you're too idealistic. But if you have weak morals, there's an elevator here that lifts you up, and then you're put on this chute, and you end up all the way down back to the beginning, if you're lucky. It looks like there's also, if you're unlucky, there's a ramp here, and you just go flying off, I guess, to your doom. And here there's a side little chute that will take you into the web called the faker, someone who's faking. So if you go through this gate of ideals and you're still on this train, well, where do you get? You get to the top of the Golden Hill. There's I'm showing my illiteracy here. Is that a lute or a lyre? But it's, you know, the magical harp. It's not really a harp, but the instrument singing the song of success at the top of the Golden Hill. So, and it looks like there's little people, maybe, I can't tell, but there's some kind of little city almost there. The city, shining city on the top of the hill. The top of Art Mountain, in our case, for people who want to be artists. But anyway, there you go. That's a short look at the road to success, and it certainly prompts a lot of thought, and fascinating that a map made so long ago is still relevant. It just shows that some things with human nature are indeed eternal. Bye for now.